Yo, good morning, good afternoon. How you all doing? How's everyone doing? I hope my mic is fine and I hope it's not echoing or something like that. Because sometimes I forget to check these things. I don't go live every day anymore, so when I do go live, my settings are all over the place, everything is all over the place, so yeah, every time I have to ask, how's everyone doing? Can you hear me? I realized the background music was a bit too loud, so I had to tune that down. But anyway, I think we can start now. I was gonna start in 30 minutes time from now, but I think now is fine. I mean, if people are late. Yeah. The music, I turned it down already. I just got a message. Is the music fine now? I feel like my keyboard is a bit too loud. Sometimes I feel like the keyboard and mouse don't even get picked up, but right now I feel like it was a bit too loud. But yeah, are we good? Are we good now? I need confirmation before I start. I don't want to start talking and keep talking and no one can actually hear me, so that I just need confirmation from you guys here. I'm gonna assume everything is fine now. Alright, so my focus this week, my primary focus, at least for now, intra-week positions, would be on gold and NASDAQ. I don't know, which one do you guys want me to start off with? Do you want me to start off with gold or do you want me to start off with NASDAQ? Just let me know. it's a chill session, you know. I don't really have much that I'm doing right now, so open to whatever you guys think, say, feel, you know, whatever. So let me know, NASDAQ or gold. % is usually the key. It's usually a fine sweet spot. Okay, he said gold. Okay, let's start off with gold. On gold, last week, it's actually interesting. I think I sent one of my screenshots on the group. Let me pull that up right now while I talk. But yeah, on Friday, firstly, last week we had a bullish expansion the whole week. Obviously, we had a continuation of the bullish expansion that we've had the past few weeks on gold, right? And on Friday, personally, I was expecting a retracement back into the range. The thing is, at the same time, I was watching this 4.5k level, because there was a potential for us to get to that level first before falling off back into the range. So yeah, I was watching it really closely in case we could run up and then come back down in the range. Even if it's not to clear 4.5, we could have cleared 4.4 before falling off. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. On the 1 hour chart, we can see we had these relative equal highs. 15 minutes, it's going to be a lot more visible right there. I looked at this as liquidity because right above it we had the psychological level 4400 right there. So I wanted to see if we could push up, clear the highs, then fall back down into the range. And then my target was actually this daily gap, this daily bullish gap right there, the BC that we can see right there. I think we all know what a fair value gap is in this place. If you don't, just let me know. But yeah, a retracement back into the fair value gap. I don't know what is going to happen from here, whether we are going to expand higher or fall off even more. Not really my issue, not really my focus, but I was paying attention to this gap as my target. So I went to the hourly chart and I kept waiting for that sweep and fall off. I never got to see anything like that. Obviously, you can see price never gave us anything like that, and I missed this whole move to the downside. I was not on my charts the whole day. I came through later during New York session, and I saw that we were teasing this sell side liquidity, right? So I jumped in. I literally got a very late entry using the 5 minutes chart, I believe. No, it was the 15 minutes that I got in a very late entry. Right there, this bearish gap, we failed to tap into it, but I believe on silver we tapped into it. And then on the 5 minutes, I saw that we already tapped into a 5 minutes bearish fair value gap right there, right? So we pushed up, tapped into this fair value gap. On our way down, I took the sells and scalped it to this yellow line. If you check the group from my screenshots of the trade I took on Friday, you'll notice that this is actually one of them right there, where I took GC sells from right there till it cleared the yellow line. And this gave me $900, so I was happy that I was able to catch the scalp to the finish line. I was not able to catch the very high, but you know, I still made the profit, I still made the money, so I'm grateful that I was able to catch this move down. But yeah, moving forward this week, I'm looking for a bearish continuation to firstly 4090, which is this. Let me just actually label it out. 4090 and call that, let's call it TP1, right? So this is my first target of the week. Just gonna delete this, drop this here, and then push it back up again to 4500. I don't like my stuff being out of proportion, but yeah. So this is my target for the week. I'm still a bit more bearish for now. You might be asking again, why this specific sell side, why this specific swing low and not this one, or even this one that was created on Friday. My reason is very simple, to be honest. It's just another lower gap. It's a discounted gap on the daily. It's this one right there. And I'm not saying that we are no more bullish. I believe we're going to $5,000 per ounce of gold, to be honest with you guys. So I'm very bullish on gold, but I'm in short term. In the week or before we get an expansion, I'm expecting us to retrace down to 40.90. So looking for an entry to get there, we have two options. We have this fair value gap right here, we have this bearish fair value gap right here, or we could even take this higher one right there. Whichever one of these two gaps it taps into, I will look for a 15-minute confirmation to the downside. I'll look for a 15 minutes bearish confirmation to the downside, because obviously the 4-hour chart will look for a confirmation on the 15, the hourly chart will look for a confirmation on the 5, the daily chart will look for a confirmation on the 1 hour, and then of course the weekly chart will look for a confirmation on the 4 hour. So I'm following the same principle that I've been following for years, which is to look for a confirmation of these 4-hour PD arrays on the 15 minutes time frame. So yeah, right now, so short-term bearish. Of course, if everything fails, if it breaks through both of them and closes above both of them on the 4-hour chart, then I'm going to be bullish again, waiting for the all-time high, then eventually 4,400 and maybe 4,500, maybe, who knows. But yeah, for now, I'm bearish to 40.90. Just something to look out for, something to pay attention to. You know, the funny thing is that I actually don't know what your name is. Never once asked you for your name. But I think you're here watching the stream, so I wanted to ask if you could get me an entry to sell gold. Where would be your highest probability area to sell gold from? Of course, you're probably gonna give me something that looks crazy like this. Draw this out, maybe something like that. Stop loss at the high, targeting the low. Yeah, you're probably gonna give me something like this, which is crazy. I don't want something like that. I just want something realistic, please. I don't believe we can get up there. If we're getting that far up, I believe we're gonna run the highs. So please send a setup somewhere in the group. You know, send a setup somewhere in the group of a possible sell. Even if you don't like the risk reward ratio, like even if it's something like this, and yeah, okay, obviously you're probably gonna like this one because it's 3R, but yeah, even something like this, I don't mind. But anything, just give me a solid entry for gold. Let me see what you have in mind. Let me see what you see on your chart. But yeah, look for bearishness, look for sells to 40.90. Hope I can rely on you on that. I'll be waiting to hear or waiting to see what you show. Do we have any questions? Do we have any suggestions? Do we have any different insight? Do we have any perspective that you guys would like to share? I'm just gonna give you like 2 minutes or so, because I realize there's a little bit of a delay. There's a 10 seconds delay between my stream and you guys getting the feed on your side. So I'll give it a little bit of time, just a minute or two. You guys will let me know if you have any questions, if everything is clear, before I move on to the next portion. Alright, so I'm guessing there's no other question. I guess everyone is satisfied with my insight. I can move on to NASDAQ now. If you have any questions, if you have any views, if you have anything to share, you can share it with me. Even if you have a screenshot, you can send it through. But yeah, for now, let's move on. Oh, give me an extra 2 minutes and I'll show you my chart. Okay, you know what? You can send through your chart, and then I will be going through. I'll be going through NASDAQ, right? So maybe you can be tuning in. I don't know how you're gonna do it, but yeah, I'll be checking out NASDAQ and going through NASDAQ while you share your chart. Then we'll come back to gold. We'll come back to gold immediately after. Wait, why are you saying sheesh? What's going on? Are you looking for buys? Are you looking for buys on your side? But anyway, let's move on to NASDAQ quickly. NASDAQ, last week, we had a bit of a range, to be honest. We opened up with a gap higher. I mean, Friday closed right here, right? Then we somehow opened all the way up here. So that's the new week opening gap. The new week opening gap top and bottom. So that's why we have this purple area right here. That's the new week opening gap. I'm gonna delete it now because I don't need it for this week. But anyway, we open with a gap higher, and now price continue to trade higher for a little bit into this other block right here, this last very recognizable down close candle. Price traded up into it, then fell off back into the new week opening gap. We reacted from the new week opening gap again back to the upside, taking liquidity, but we had a very funny night. I remember this close here when it happened. It was the PM session that fell off. It was the PM session that fell off sharply, then rejected immediately to the upside. So this was another opportunity to look for buys when liquidity was taken on the lower time frame, because this was a liquidity sweep of some sort on the lower time frames. Then yeah, we went ahead and took the previous daily high on Thursday. Finally, the entirety of London session from Asia going into London, we fell off to take the low of the week, which happened on Tuesday. So we can actually label this as Tuesday low of week, right? Then liquidity we took that liquidity and rejected sharply away from it. To be honest, right now with me, I am now looking at this in a retail perspective, how the masses are seeing it, right? When we measure this range, when we measure the entire range from Friday, like literally from that high from the all-time high to the low of Friday, you can see right now that we've been threading the middle. We've been literally piercing the middle. The middle is this blue line right there. And finally, we're now again in the premium. We're again in the higher portion of the line. We actually are now even approaching the 25%, the first quartile, I guess percentile or quarter of the range, right? We're now approaching the 25% area, which is an extreme premium for us to be selling. Right now, I can bet you that many people or some people are genuinely looking for a position that looks something like this, targeting the low. Right now, I believe this is someone's position for when the markets open. Enter there at the rejection block and then sell it off to the low of last week and potentially even this low all the way here of Friday. I am not surprised, and I would not be surprised if I see something like this on someone's chart, and I'm not saying that it would not work, but the fact that the masses are looking for a high risk reward ratio and they don't want to be entering buys in a premium, right? They don't want to be buying while we're so high up. They would rather buy when we're far low here. So because of that very reason, I'm going to measure this range from Friday, like so. And I'm going to say I don't want us to trade back down into the 50% range. So I am bullish, firstly, right? The fact that we're consolidating here means there's so much liquidity residing up here at the highs. The all-time high, the near all-time high, and Friday's high, or Thursday's high, actually. Many people are trying to sell this with their stop losses either placed there, there, or there, right? Many people, they believe this is a premium to start selling. Price is expensive, let's sell it off. So because of that, I am now targeting those highs. That's my TP. But where's my stop loss? My stop loss is going to be around the 50% because I don't expect us to retrace down again and give them a cheap enough price to buy to the all-time high. So I would have actually put my stop loss right there at that 50% that we just saw. So this could be my SL, but I'm not going to put my SL there just because I want a proper swing low or something that makes sense. I'll probably just put it here. There's my stop loss. So that becomes my validation. Let's go down to the lower time frame. Maybe it will look better, and it does, right? So my stop loss can either be the swing low right there or the order block right there. So I'm thinking, if you were to ask me, gun to my head, what do I see, what do I feel, or what do I think would happen in price going into this week on NASDAQ, I'm going to say that firstly, we have to take some sort of swing low. Why do I say we have to take some sort of swing low? It does not have to be this hourly one, by the way. It could be a 15-minute swing low, but let's use the hourly just because it's a cleaner chart. As an example, I'm saying we have to take some sort of swing low because we have to make retail, we have to make the masses really excited about the sales that they are taking right now. They have to see some sort of profit, right? They are assuming that they're entering sell positions right now. We have to really see them drop price so fast, not even slow. I want the price to drop so fast that everyone really thinks and believes that their sentiment to sell is strong. Their bias to sell is strong. So I want many of them to jump into sell positions. And that, when I see a liquidity sweep of some sort, any any candle that pushes down that's so sharp and stays down, especially when it consolidates down here, right? That is exactly when I'll be entering the trades to start buying this to the all-time high and probably beyond that. But as I said, I'm looking for some sort of liquidity sweep. The reason I call it a liquidity sweep is because it's enticing those sellers to really believe that their positions are right. It does not have to be this specific swing low. It does not have to be on this 1 hour chart. It can be on a 15-minute time frame. It could even be a new low that's created as the week begins, right? So as I've already established, probably gonna put my stop loss somewhere here, and then we could find, it could even just be this swing low, right? It could be this swing low that gets taken before price decides to fall, to push back up like that, right? Could be that swing low. It could be a whole different one. So let's say price comes down, plays around like so, and then drops, then pushes up, retraces, and then all-time high. I know this is a bit distracting when I left all those things there, but yeah, we could get something that looks like this literally. So we get a range, maybe Monday, maybe Asia, and then London session just somehow miraculously starts falling like crazy. This is when I'll start loading up my entries, my buy positions to take NASDAQ higher. Right here, I'll start looking for buys to the all-time high. I am not bearish on this, not yet. The only time I'll be bearish is if and when we decide to close below the last previous weekly low. So if we close below here, then yeah, okay, on the 4 hour especially, then yes, maybe I can start reconsidering sells. But right now I'm bullish, but I'm waiting for a liquidity sweep of some sort. It does not have to be a drastic one. It does not have to be deep. It does not have any solid measure, and I don't have a time frame that I can say to look for it right now. But I'll be keeping a very sharp eye on any buy positions that I find, especially at key times. Anyway, that was a little bit of a ramble there. Probably went way off beyond what I wanted to talk about. But yeah, what's the rule for a rejection block? Well, most of the time, as many other models, we look for some sort of liquidity sweep first, right? So let's say we have a range, right? Like similar to what I just drew now on NASDAQ. We have a range of some sort. the entirety of London session, let's say, is ranging like this, and then New York decides to manipulate higher and this place is lower and remains low, so it breaks and stays low. We have sell side liquidity up here, we had buy side liquidity up, down here and up here, right, like that. So the rule normally is after the sweep is when you wait for a pullback. So this pullback, obviously that's when you look for a fair value gap, an order block, a breaker, or a rejection block. A rejection block is usually the very last PDRA before a swing high, so it's probably going to be somewhere there, right? Probably going to find that, and then you sell it off from there. Okay, yeah, my tool is confused because there's no price that side. It's looking for price to draw it to. Yeah, so your stop loss could be somewhere there, entry at the highs, and then TP at the lows, like that. So the rule is just the liquidity sweep part being critical, retracement of course, and then yeah, we enter at the highest PDRA to sell it off. This, by the way, was the entry that I found. If you guys remember, a few weeks, months ago actually, I was giving my insights on gold. I don't think you guys actually paid attention to it on the daily time frame. I don't think I deleted it from my chart right there. Yeah, I didn't delete it. I was telling you guys that I'm paying attention to two areas: this daily rejection block, and I believe this is a weekly chart, but I was paying more attention to this one. So you can see, literally we stayed in a range for 2 months straight. 2 months straight, we just kept on taking highs and taking lows, remaining within the range, right? We respected this one, and then we came back, and I was telling you guys I'm paying real attention to this rejection block, and I believe it will be the one to take us higher, and it was the one that took us higher. But even when it broke, some people didn't believe it was going to hold. Right there, this order block was an entry. So even if you didn't trust the rejection block, you could have easily trusted the order block, right? Could have easily trusted this order block, put your stop loss there. Of course, I was expecting us to go higher, breaking the all-time highs, but I didn't know how much further we would go beyond the all-time highs. But this was an entry, and then even that, even if you did not see that, I highlighted this fair value gap, and I was saying I believe we're going to continue higher from here. And literally that was the last pullback that we got in the range that we've been stuck in for 2 months to finally propel higher, and price just kept on scaling and scaling. Right here, people were still scared of buying gold. Even me, I wouldn't be buying at these highs. This is uncharted territories, right? Anything is possible. Kept on buying, it consolidated for a few days, probably a week and a half here, but we continued higher and higher and higher. So the rule, if going back to the subject, is we wait for a liquidity sweep, retracement, and continuation, right? Notice here, for this rejection block to work, we had to go up, take liquidity, right? We had a lot of liquidity that was swept here, and then we came back down again, taking liquidity as we tapped into the PDRA before finally expanding. Of course, you can look for confirmations like the order block, like we did in this situation, before continuing higher, but the point was a liquidity, some sort of liquidity residing somewhere was swept before the continuation or reversal. So this means you must have mastered micros. Wait, what do you mean by micros? What do you mean by micros? Do you mean times? Like time macro, macros, not micros, macros. Do you mean time macros, like kill zones, silver bullet hour, those kind of things? Is that what you mean? Or is it something else? Oh yeah, nah. Time micros. I can't really say. It's not something to master. I just keep in mind my critical times, which is just the silver bullet hour, literally. Literally, I just pay attention to the silver bullet hour, and of course the opening prices and stuff like that. So opening of Asia session, opening of London, opening of New York. Then the kill zones, which you all know, 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. during for London session. New York, we have obviously 10 to 11, my favorite of all. And then if I miss it, or if I'm not looking for something there, then you would find me in the PM session at 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. New York time. But yeah, Asia is not really my strongest kill zone, but sometimes I do take trades there, hoping that the kill zone times would expand my trade to the target. So yeah, it's just an expansion session for me. Yeah, man. Yeah. And this dude, I still don't know his name. I need to get your name, man. He sent me the gold. He sent me this gold chart. Let's paste that in and observe. Oh my gosh. I'm talking about this guy in the group, man. Like, what is it? The guy in the group? This Polish guy. That's the guy I'm talking about. If you guys hear anything, there's a little baby here with me, so I'm trying to manage. Anyway, getting a little bit distracted now, but let's finish up. So yeah, I'm looking at this chart here on gold, and okay, started off with the 4-hour time frame. Let's just mute my phone because I forgot to do that. And we have him pointing to this place, some level on the 1 hour, low probability SPR 30 minutes. I have no idea what these mean. But this I understand. This is some sort of SNR 4-hour support area, right? Now that one I get. Then this is the next possible area for support and stuff. Okay, cool. And then the next screenshot is now on the 1 hour chart. Let's see what the 1 hour time frame looks like. I'm looking at it on my other screen, so I have to keep on sharing it with you guys. Okay, please, it's fine. It's okay. Okay, guys, I think I'll have to just give me a second. I'll be right back. Let me just sort this out. Okay, sorry, I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. Um, let's see, please. Let's see. So yeah, this is just a, should I say, a more zoomed in explanation of the areas that we just went through now. SNR was mitigated and basically ignored on the H4. We want to retrace lower. Okay, cool. So he's basically looking at whatever this area is. To me, it's an order block, right? The blue candle is an order block, in my opinion. So it could retrace there, but he's looking for retracement up there, then back to this support area before continuing higher, which is cool. For me, I never bash anyone's view. I just want to see what you guys see. Okay. Wait, I just have a question. Are you... Interesting. Talking about Gaza. But anyway, let's see what's going on. On the 30 minutes chart, we have a more detailed explanation. Again, looks like an order block to me. There being gold, it's very likely to go to that area and respect it. I might even personally try it, especially if we retrace up there during this Asia opening tonight, right? When the Asia session opens, the market opens, and we push up there aggressively, I personally might just take it with a blind, as like a blind sell in a way. Let me actually show what those levels look like on my chart. Basically looking for sells from around these areas. Let's go on the 30 minutes. Around there. Stop loss at the high there. And then he wants to target here. But personally, I don't think or believe that we're going to respect this area to push up. I actually want to target these levels. Even if we do respect this area, right? And then this sell side liquidity, we take it and then we push up before coming back down. Personally, no. Personally, I'm still gonna trust and believe in my sell bias until they fail. And the only way they can fail is if and when we finally close above this, somewhere here, this region. This is not a specific level or any PDRA, just somewhere around this area. If we close above it, especially in the hourly, I'm definitely looking for buys to the upside to 4.5k. But yeah, as it is right now, this hourly order block is likely gonna be used during the opening. Maybe just this fair value gap even, there, stop loss there, targeting the sell side right here. We might get this 4-hour trade. I don't know if I should send it through to the group or not, but that's an idea. That's an idea to look out for. Let me just close this. But yeah, thank you, man. Thank you for the insight. Thank you for sharing. Let me just go through what you're saying here. Here's some fundamentals. Okay, let me just read it with the stream. Let's read it with the stream. Let's read it together. So I'm just gonna paste this here. He says, here are some fundamentals I keep in mind. It's the 9th week of bullish closes on gold. The bullish gold is now increasing in value because of the US government shutdown, which draws people from investing from USD to XAU. as it is more stable. It's a safe haven, right? Falling interest rates expected to cut even more till 2026 to weak and vulnerable USD and geopolitical instabilities. Since Gaza conflict is now de-escalated, which creates a more stable environment for investing in currencies. The US government shutdown, which is going to eventually end this or next week, as the previous one lasted 4 weeks. I think that should continue a bit, but yeah. I stand with the same thing. For me, my narrative, right? You see this part where you mentioned that a lot of people are getting drawn to invest in gold as opposed to dollar, right? Is actually tying to my sentiment. Right now, people are literally queuing in line to go buy physical gold. I remember seeing a picture like that. I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to get the video or the picture now, but I saw it somewhere on Twitter. People are literally queuing to go buy gold. Other people are hearing, people that are not even traders, I mean, like, our uncles or people that we know around us are busy thinking to themselves, did you see gold? Gold is flying. It's at $4,200 per ounce, right? I think we should buy gold. I knew gold has always been a safe haven asset. Just go buy and own gold and all those things, right? They're all rushing to buy gold. They're all rushing to get more gold while it's at its high. The sentiment right now is very high on buying gold. That's the key thing of what I'm trying to say right now. The sentiment is very high, but smart money is not gonna make it that easy. The people that are really controlling. Okay, I found the video. I'm gonna show it now. Actually, I wish I could share it while sharing the chart, but it's fine. I'll switch it back. But yeah, the sentiment is really high on people buying gold right now, and I believe that's gonna go against what the masses are actually thinking, right? We're probably going to buy, to be honest. Fundamentally, yes, gold is a safe haven asset. It hasn't failed in the last decade, in the last 2 decades, in the last 3 decades. Gold has always been a safe haven asset, but we need liquidity for us to get that high. We need to wipe out a few people to make more money, right? I believe gold is going to reach 5,000 psychological level, which is why I pointed it out on my chart right there, 5K. And it's probably going to happen this year even, to be honest. It might just take time, but it's probably going to happen this year. But we need to sweep some sort of low. Like you said, we've been bullish. This is probably the time to get some sort of retracement. This is actually the first Friday that we're getting a retracement. Usually, the Fridays we just keep expanding. We keep expanding. Every time we fall off, we just kept expanding. We never really fell, right? So, yeah, this might be the week to get some sort of retracement from here, from this specific sell side liquidity. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if we'll keep falling. I don't know if we're gonna retrace back up into the range. But let me share this. Let me share this video quickly. Then I'm going to read some of your chats. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I've never switched scenes before, so I'm going to have to replace my thingy completely. I hope it doesn't break everything, because that's gonna suck really hard. And it's gonna suck if it breaks everything. So let's hope it doesn't break everything. Let's do there. Yeah, I think we can see the tweets I'm talking about, right? I believe we can see what I'm talking about. This guy. Gold liquidity exit in Sydney, Australia. As promised, this is a video to show you the madness. Hundreds of people lining up to buy gold at $4,300 per ounce. This is by far the best top signal I've seen in my humble career. And yeah, even me, like, literally queuing to buy gold. I don't know if this video is true or not. It could be just the whole, what you call it, rage bait, whatever it is. I don't really care to verify. But the fact is fact. People are talking about gold. People are literally thingy. Speaking of gold and wanting to buy gold, so sentiment is there for sure. That one is undeniable. Everyone is talking about gold right now, whether you trade it or not, right? Some people traded gold and that's their only life. Some people never traded gold, but now somehow they're talking about it, right? So sentiment is definitely there to buy gold. So I'm saying that because of that sentiment, they will definitely not make it easy on everyone. They won't make it easy to just buy up like that. Even with many people feeding in money, that's when they'll run the lows, take liquidity, give people fear that we are not going back up anymore. Like the fall is gonna be crazy to the extent that it's like, okay, I don't think we're bullish on gold anymore, guys. Like I don't believe we're bullish with that fall. There's no way we're bullish still, you know? And then that's the time smart money start loading up their buys. Their buy position starts coming in slowly until we run again the all-time highs. Okay, so you pasted the same thing that I just showed on the screen. Some fundamental on gold, bullish gold, increase in interest. Geopolitical instabilities, Gaza conflict is now de-escalated, which creates more stable. Okay, cool. For weeks, the bullish gold we are witnessing for the last 9 weeks is the second or third time in history, and the previous times we had a strong correction trend. So I will be keeping this in mind for the next weeks. Exactly. That's what I was also saying. I think for this week, at least, I have a very reasonable target, which is just 40.90. It's as simple as that. I don't know about any other target. We'll see as the price develops. We get to see how price reacts to certain levels, isn't it? So, yeah, we'll see how that plays out. Same as Bitcoin, buying at the all-time highs and holding for a while to BE. That's crazy. I also want to buy physical gold, but when it gets down to around 3,500, it won't be soon, but I'll wait. I'd rather get funds in the meantime. Exactly. For myself, I'm definitely gonna be buying gold. I'm gonna be buying gold bricks. I'm definitely, even if it's not for money, right? For the sake of owning gold. Literally, even if it isn't to resell in the future or something, just to own gold. Honestly, for me, it's more of a novelty thing. It's more of a me feel kind of thing, not really as an investment. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah. You know when you don't buy an asset to hold it middle term, when your cab driver and generally the street tells you about it, exactly. When you start hearing everyone, even your grandma is telling you about buying Bitcoin, that's when you know it's the worst possible time to buy Bitcoin. Like literally, that's an easy signal, an easy indication that it's not the time anymore. It's not the time. It's probably time to stay off the idea of buying gold or those whatever the asset is at the time, right? No, that's true. That's true. So yeah, I feel like I've talked a lot. I don't know if you guys want me to look at another asset, but so far as I've mentioned, my top views or top assets that I'll be paying attention to this week is literally just gold and NASDAQ. I've already given my reason for both of them. I don't know if you guys have a reason for, if you have anything, any question, any input, any suggestion for NASDAQ, because I gave my insights, I broke down everything literally till, I don't even know. I give everything as easy as I can explain. So I don't know if you have any questions, and if you do, talk to me. Talk to me. What do you have? Do you have a different insight? Do you have a different view? Don't be afraid if it's opposing what I'm seeing. Like literally, it's just I want to see what people see, and compare and contrast. So let's give it another minute or two. What's your views on EU? Okay, while we wait for you guys' insights on NASDAQ, let's jump straight to Euro. Euro, I have a funny feeling about it. To be honest, I was actually speaking to my wife about it just now, but I don't know how I feel about Euro. Starting off with the quarterly chart, the 3 months chart, right? On the 3 months chart, tell me, What do you see? You're probably gonna tell me you see some sort of retracement back into somewhere inside of this fair value gap, right? Maybe this order block even. Then from this order block, from this fair value gap, you're looking for an expansion higher, probably, right? Likely that's what you're going to tell me. So that's the problem right now. I am mid-term bearish into the fair value gap, into the 1.14 psychological level, right? It's a round figure even, 1.14 level. I'm looking for sales into the gap. Then I don't know from this gap what we're gonna do. I don't know if we're gonna push up from there, expand into the buy side liquidity up here or even there. But right now I'm looking to see if we can trade down into this gap. But here's my conflict. Here's the problem area. The problem area is that right now we have a a support and resistance area. I'm just gonna blind draw. I'm gonna blind draw a level as an SNR area. I don't really trade support and resistance, but I believe you guys have seen it on my charts a few times. I just don't label it. Look at this area. It has reacted. Price has used it to bounce a few times, more than a few times. And look at the way we just touched it again. And we are falling off even on top of that. So I want to believe that because we are giving retail a sense of safety, that the sales that they wanted to take up here, the sales that they wanted to take or they took up here, obviously placing their stop loss at one of these highs, right? Either this high or the high up here. Obviously placing their stop losses there, maybe targeting the equal lows down here. Yeah, this is probably their position right now. Sales from the SNR area holding to the equal lows down here. I am personally seeing an opposing view or insight on that, because the market has given people a premium area of entry to sell euro dollar from. I believe that activates this buy side liquidity. Them falling off like this is them giving people hope that it's going to fall off. But right now, I believe because of that hope, they're going to crush their hopes like that, right? They've gotten in enough people that wants to buy, that wants to sell or that have sold. So I believe anywhere from here, we can start expanding higher. We might take this liquidity, we might take this swing low right here. We might do something like this, I don't know. But ultimately, I see the buy side liquidity getting taken up there. Ultimately, that's my insight on gold, on euro. Of course, we could later, as I said, target my 1.14 level. Like we could take the highs, then immediately drop down. Immediately, like very quickly, run down to the 1.14 level this week. Even it's very possible, very likely. Might be one of those trades where it's hard to catch when you miss it. So be very vigilant on the lower time frame this week on euro dollar. Of course, the opposite applies on dollar, DXY itself. That's where you get your insight, right? DXY tells you what to do on euro, pound, NZD USD, or AUD USD. What's your Kiwi? Yeah, that's my view on euro. That is my view on euro. On the 3 months chart, I think we see the same fair value gap that I'm talking about. So midterm, I'm a little bit bullish on dollar, expecting us to retrace back into that area up there. Then of course, from there, I don't know if price is gonna use it to continue lower or not, but that's my view. So the opposite for euro, basically. I don't know if that's what you see, but that's what I'd like to see. a waiting game. We just wait and we see what the market has to present to us, what it has for us. So yeah, any more question? I'm waiting. Actually able to break down any chart, so yeah, just let me know. We have a Polish multimillionaire who is an index speculator, and he tried to short NASDAQ when everybody started talking about it. Exactly. Okay, I don't know if you're still on the stream. I feel like when you send stuff on the group, I don't know how to respond, but yeah, if you're still on the stream, obviously you'll be hearing my live reaction. But yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. Sentiment. Everybody starts talking about it. Everyone was talking about the sells on NASDAQ last week, right? Everyone literally turned bearish. And I told you personally to wait. I don't believe those bears yet. I was bullish still. I even at the low, I sent you guys a chart that was saying that I'm still bullish. I'm just waiting for confirmation to enter. Like let me see if I can get my chart. Literally at the low. Yeah, there we go. Let me get my chart for NASDAQ. This was my chart on NASDAQ when I took the screenshot. At the low, when everybody's bearish, when everyone's sentiment and hopes has been crushed, I literally said I'm expecting this. I wanted us to break higher, consolidate. This consolidation, this wasting of time is what I just explained earlier in the stream when I said that I would like to see some sort of lower time frame manipulation, giving people the false hope that we are actually bearish and we actually caught a nice sell from a premium. Give them the hope that it's actually gonna drop, and that's the time I'll be loading up my buys. That's the time I'll be entering more positions to take it to the all-time high. So I just wanted the confirmation to be able to take it. It had to take the whole day, but I waited the whole day and I still got the confirmation. So we'll see from next week, from tomorrow. We'll see where we can get our buy entries and what to do on it. I'm on the stream, but I just can't send attachments here. Nah, no worries, man. Don't stress yourself. Again, I've been asking earlier, what's your name? How do you even say your name? How do you spell your name? I never actually asked. It's funny because we've been talking for some time, but I never actually asked what your name was. Maybe I asked and I just forgot, but yeah, what's your name? He's now buying gold, so I think we should sell. The fact that you're using the guy as a signal, opposing him, contradicting him, because he's buying gold, okay, it's time to sell then. But it's true, you know, it's the same reason I think to myself when I wake up every day. The reason I seem to make decent money for myself when I'm done for the day, I think to myself, you know, if I'm able to lose money in these markets every day, then if I was trading the opposite trades, then it means I could actually gain money from these markets every day. It was a very dumb thinking, a very stupid ideology, but to be honest, it was what helped me to change my mindset and every day being a possible trading day. Even if it's just $50 that you get from the market, that's money for the day, right? So take it. Take it. I'm Jacob. Nice to meet you. Wait, your name is Jacob. I didn't know your name was J. Do you actually pronounce it as Jacob, or is it like you know, like in Russia, with Russian the Slavic countries and languages where they say Yakov, you know, something like that, like Yakov. Is it actually Jacob, the English Jacob, or is it with an accent? Is it with an accent? Yeah. It's weird. All this while, I've always referred to you as the Polish guy. the Polish guy. Jeez, never actually knew your name. Let's see. Even Tom is thinking of sells. That's crazy. I don't know if I trust this now. Because usually I look up to what these guys, they know better than I do, right? Well, I would like to think. I don't know if you guys know Tom, the OT trader. Oh, let's delete this screenshot. Tom, the OT trader, he just posted this 45 minutes ago. Forex should be pretty clean next week. I will only need Monday's candle for information, and should be good for at least 2 setups. You see, that's the thing. So he wants to see how Monday prints out, but he's targeting these equal lows. Even me, as I said, I'm midterm. I am bearish on euro, which is bullish on dollar, right? My target is there, this gap, this quarterly candle high. The 1st of July, actually, it's not even the 1st of July, it's the quarter, the entirety of that quarter. Yeah, so my target is all the way down here at 1.14, but I don't know if this is the start of the move. That's the thing here. I don't know if it is. I guess let's watch and see how Monday plays out. Monday will probably be the one to determine where we're going. And to be honest, I expect some sort of crazy opening this Asia session on dollar. I expect either a big candle upwards or downwards, something like that. I don't know if it's gonna happen during Asia or London or Monday, the whole of Monday, but we will see. Me personally, I would prefer to see this. I prefer to see this sweep of this high before falling back down. I would have said any of these highs. I would have said even this one is fine, but at that point I'd rather we take the main high then. Yeah, I'd rather we take the main high. Oh, that's crazy. I actually stayed longer than an hour. I thought I was gonna say stay very short, but yeah. I'm saying it's longer than an hour because of the song that I left playing in the background. It's exactly 1 hour long. So I thought I'd be done. Just use the English one, I don't mind. Guy. If you say you don't mind, and if you're asking me to use the English one, then it's probably not the English one. But okay then. Nice to meet you, Jacob. And it's probably easier for you. Nah. Challenge me. I'm not even English myself. I'm not English. I'm not English myself. So yeah, challenge me. English is not my first language. It's not even my second language. So yeah, challenge me. Just send the pronunciation or something on Telegram. But yeah, I think that's all I have for now, to be honest. It's a waiting game. There's money to be made on euro and pound next week, by the way. But we will see as time goes. And I'll probably send you a signal. I'll probably send you a trade, Jacob. Hopefully you take it, but we'll see. But I see profits this coming week on your account, honestly. As long as you're gentle with it, I see you hitting the 2K mark that you need to, 2K profit that you need to make this week. Yeah, anyway. check something. I'm just gonna give you like 2 minutes while I check this out. Okay, I'm back now. Damn. This guy decides to write it out. I wanted you to say it or something, to pronounce it, so I can hear. What's your first and second language? Just gotta leave that for now. just push that aside for now. I'll share it with you one day. I don't know when, but yeah, one day. It's not a big secret or anything. But yeah, one day. But yeah, one of them is Igbo. IGBO. Let's see, yes. How do you even, what's the real pronunciation for this name? Okay, I'm not finding what I'm looking for. Okay, I'll just leave that there. I'm not gonna stress myself on that. Anyway, yeah, I think we're done now with the charts. I don't think there's much else to add. Bitcoin, sell it. Ethereum, sell. Solana, sell. Bitcoin, use the daily gap to sell. That's the target there. Well, first is right here. I don't believe the buys are in yet, but it could be. If you actually check my previous weekly analysis on crypto, I think you'd see that I was looking for that area to be the area of return. Let's see if we can find it. I'm cycling through the screenshots I sent on the group right now. Okay, Solana I think has hit the target. Did I really not share Bitcoin? How did I just... I sent the chart, but I didn't send where I was hoping to... where I was looking for. Okay, that's weird. But yeah, anyway, here's my Solana chart. Here's my Solana chart. I was looking for that swing low to be hit ultimately. So I guess you could use Solana to gauge whether your Bitcoin buys or sells are safe. It's the daily time frame, by the way, but the target comes from a weekly. So let's go to Solana now. There. I sent that while we were right here. We have since then started rejecting. I want to believe that when the Asia session opens up, we're just gonna melt off from there. I want to believe that. Whether or not it will happen, that's a different story. I believe Asia session will open up and we take those lows. Then we might consolidate a bit, then ultimately take this low. After this happens, that's when I'm going to start turning bullish. That's when I'm going to fund my personal account and start buying crypto like crazy. What's your thoughts on Bitcoin? I sold again. Oh, you sold, guy. I wish you could sell Solana. Honestly, I don't know why. Yeah, the firm you trade with, the pro firm you trade with, doesn't have Solana, but yeah, you can hold yourselves. Hold yourselves with Bitcoin. But let me give you a good target. I don't know where your stop loss is. Maybe you can type out your stop loss. But the thing is, I'm worried about the early sells. I saw 2 entries, right? I saw one from the 4 hour. I saw this sell. I actually took it on Friday, then I closed it off because I expected this chop. I expected them to really make people feel and think that we're going to now start being bullish. For me, I don't see the buys yet. To be honest, I don't see the buys yet. But this was my entry on Friday. I sold there, targeting there. But the problem is that I sold on my futures account, not my personal. Personal is where I swing crypto. So yeah, there. No, I got out of break even. I sent you guys a screenshot also. I sent a screenshot of every trade that I took on Friday. So now I'm looking at a possible retracement. Stop loss, what's that? This guy. You know, serious, busy living a dangerous life, playing a dangerous game. But anyway, we could see us retracing back up there. That's the problem that I have. The fact that we can retrace up there is an issue for me. Oh, look at the path that I drew out. This is crazy. You know, I draw this path on, well, this time last week actually. I drew it up on Sunday going into Monday. I drew it for someone. I don't think I sent it to you guys. I sent it to Menda. I sent it to Menda and it's like, yo, this is what I'm expecting. Us to push there, come back down, then we go for the all-time high. Let me actually send him an update picture. I'll send it to him now. But yeah, so anyway, I'm expecting us to fall off, take this low, the panic low that everyone has taken. If we go through that, then we have this one. But I would say target this one. Target this low. Entry, I don't know where you entered since you're already in. Stop loss, I also don't know where you put your stop loss because you're already in. But honestly, I think we can follow from here. I think this is good enough. I believe this could actually end up being a liquidity sweep right now. This current candle that we have on the 4 hour. could end up being a liquidity sweep, but I guess we'll find out in the next couple hours. Sweep. Wait, you sent a screenshot and deleted it, or you meant to send it privately? Damn! God damn! Why is it in a heavy negative? What the heck is going on, guy? This is literally getting close to your daily loss. Oh, you sold it there. That's too far. That stop loss is too low. That entry was not a good one. Okay. How do we fix this now? I think put your SL, put your stop loss. I don't think it will survive it though, but just put your stop loss at 109.69. Nice. 109.469. 109.469. I think put your stop loss there. 109.469. But I believe this could be a liquidity sweep, and I think we can just follow from here. For your sake, let us fall from here. For your sake. And hopefully you're actually targeting this low, because I noticed your chart is not the same as your USDT chart. But put your TP at 102 flat. 102,000. Literally 102,000. Just type that on your TP thingy. Your SL, I give you the SL to use, and then pray for the best. My max possible loss is at 750. That's crazy. That's actually not nice. It's not a good position to be in, but as I said, for your sake, I want us to fall off now. 102,000. Then SL. Basically, you don't need an SL then. Yeah, you're right, actually. You don't need an SL. Just leave the SL empty. Leave the SL empty and target 102,000. Can you go on, I'm guessing you mean Facebook FP chart? FP market chart, and analyze there. What do you mean? Do you mean FX? What broker is that? I don't know what broker you mean. I'm guessing you mean a specific broker. Is it actually called FP market? Like, let's say FX. Not forex.com. Forex, BTC. What is going on? Oh. Okay. Like my prop uses them for chart on Bitcoin. Okay, let's try and look for FP market. Is that what you have on your trading view though? I don't see. I see fusion market. Yeah, I don't see it. Is there another one that's closest? FP markets. I'm surprised that I don't even see it. There should be a search button though. FP markets. Okay, what is it called now? Why can they not find it? It's BTC USD. But why are they being weird about it? Oh, sorry, I'm searching in Forex section. Okay, I know searching for the broker doesn't really work, so that's why I was just searching FP. But when I searched for them, when I searched for the broker, yeah, let's try filter like that. There we go. Finally. So yours does not have that crazy fall looking like a manipulation. That's insane. This is not an accurate chart to be trading Bitcoin with. You can even see how spotty it is. It's not an accurate chart to be trading Bitcoin. You know what I do when I come across situations like this? I use the USDT chart to measure and see where certain levels would be. You see, look at this bearish candle. You saw how yours looked. It looked funny. It didn't look bearish at all. But anyway, geez, this looks like a very good trade even. I would have taken this sell stop. Let me explain. I'm seeing a good teaching opportunity. Targeted 2R. 2R right there. So you see how we swept liquidity at the lows, right? Many people are looking at this as a liquidity sweep, and we can start expanding higher. So for me, that is sweep number 1. And now we go for the highs and sweep the highs, because now everyone is bullish, right? That's sweep number 2. When and only when price comes back down to this low, that my sell stop activates. So now I would then call this a sell stop. And when price breaks through it, I am in for sells, with my stop loss being at the high and targeting a 2R trade. Yeah, just a side note. But anyway, I was trying to say, I was trying to show you, this is our target, right? The swing low for the manipulation. You've already seen that I'm targeting from this low, stop loss at the high of this current candle, and targeting a 2R position to get to the sell side liquidity. For me to get the same thing on the FP market chart, which looks ridiculous. Honestly, this is insane. The markets are even closed right now, actually. How do you trade it? The markets are closed. It's not even moving because it's FX. That's why it's spotty. It's similar to the futures one, because the futures chart is closed. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. But anyway, let's assume this was your chart right now. Right, let's assume this one is from Binance. It's not from FP markets. But I would have also done the same thing. Measure there, stop loss there, target 2R. Right, yeah, let's say 2R is right there. Put up a line on my chart, like so. And that's how I know where my target is. You see, even though this wick is all the way up there, right? Even though that wick, the manipulation wick, is all the way up there, I know that this is my target now. Whatever this number is, that's my target. So I know the FP market chart is not live right now because it's a weekend, but you have your live chart on your MT5, so you can do this on your live chart. Like, you can see where 2R is from this swing low, stop loss at that high, and then that's how you find out where your TP is supposed to be at 2R. And then you drag your TP to that level. Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do even for futures. It's not always the same as the CFD brokers or the crypto exchanges. Anyway, I think that's all. If you guys have any, I think I'll reduce my position once market is open. Man, honestly, when market opens, pray that it drops like crazy, because that's the only thing that would save you. I have seen crypto drop many times towards when the market is about to open, and sometimes after the market opens. So let's hope we get this TP by the time the market opens. For now, yeah, just be safe, man. Safe. Always have a positive mindset no matter what. I'm gonna leave it for a few minutes, but if I don't see anyone ask any further questions, if you guys don't have anything you want to share, if you don't have anything you want to point out, I think that will be all from me. It's been 2 hours now. Oh, it's been almost 2 hours now. So yeah, I'll give it a few more minutes. I'll give it maybe till 8 a.m. New York time. If there's no further questions, I'll end the stream. Okay, something is broken. Let's do this. Alright guys, I think that's it now. We have a minute and a few seconds, actually just a few seconds for time to hit for 8 o'clock New York time. I'm gonna leave this up. I know this is probably gonna be the longest weekly Outlook stream video that I have, but that's only because it's a live stream, right? So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it up like so. I'm not going to stress myself in trying to polish it off or remake a new video. I'll leave it up on the channel. But thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for actually, interacting, not making it lonely, not making it a one-man show. So I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys. I don't know where or how 500 people found my channel. That's crazy. But yeah, if I'm able to share some sort of value to people, I feel satisfied. So thank you guys. But for now, that's all we have. Stay safe, good luck, and as always, good trading.